Today's Vault, my fellow gamers. I figured since I have all this out on my table after opening the giant box, I should make sure I have all the contents. So we're going to do unboxings for all this stuff. May as well. I've got it, and that's kind of the fun part of all this, is unboxing. So these were opened previously. One Mantic Point. Is that it? Just one stinking Mantic Point. Man, I was hoping for two. Okay, we have individual plastic baggies. I'm thinking it's one baggie per dude. And that guy's kind of gnarly. He's trying to cut himself out. And then 3 bases. I want to go ahead and smell these because I just like it. Smells good. So it looks like almost the person that sold me this, that he opened up these 2 boxes and he was like, nope, I don't want to play Basilian. And I don't know why, because these boxes would be the ones that you'd want to open. And that they would make you want to play Basilian because it's, you know, Ogre Palace Guard. All right, for pole arms, it's still together, which is awesome, but it's got a little bendy wobbliness, which with resin, super easy to fix. Okay, and you get 2 options with the pole arm for each model. So yeah, you're gonna get, okay, the 2 different arms. So one arm goes with 1 pole arm each. Okay, I was looking at this, I'm like, what? Because you get a leg. They give you a leg in there. And then they give you 2 heads. I'm guessing the dude with like the bat ears combined or something, that he's like a Batman, but the captain of the guard kind of a dude. So I guess each one of these, you need a captain of the guard with the bat ears. So each one looks like you put the leg, you get the arms. There's no real variation, but it's a nice, looks to be a nice sculpt. Let's see about the mold lines. Their resins are usually very nice. Very nice filigree up there, protecting the hip. Falls a little flat on the inner cloth here. The armor, of course, very ornate, very nice. Okay, so right there is our first chunk. Right in there, there's a chunk of flash stuck in there. You're gonna have to carve that out. But aside from that, this looks fairly clean and nice. Now it's interesting, his back is kind of exposed like that. They have it painted like metal. But yeah, that's how far the cloak is, because then you just pop a head on and that's it. It's just weird. Usually a cape is drawn all the way up to the back of the head with the clasp around. You know, that's how capes are. But this one is kind of like super glued on the back of his torso and halfway down. Really an odd look. And see, that's what I'm going to be looking at as I push them down the board, attacking people and whatnot. Is that crazy deal? Okay, pretty good filigree, of course. A little bit of loincloth there. The helmets, at least not bad. Not bad sculpt. Very simple type of a sculpt. Yeah. It looks as if everything's clean. There is no giant mold lines. I can see it all. There's no mold splits, which is really bad. These look pretty awesome. And just recently, Ronnie & Co. released a video of how they process their resin miniatures in-house. And it's nice to see that they take the bubbles out. Okay, this one has some chunky flash on the inside of the arm. So this is on the inside of the elbow here. And that's clearly where a piece of the mold ripped off and went with the model. Hopefully I don't see this a lot, but we'll see, because it was in this batch, so we'll see. Maybe every arm I will have it, and maybe I will have the actual mold piece, because the mold will stick in one of these creases in this armor, and like it literally rips out, depending on how fast the resin pour individual is working. That can be something that happens. It's regrettable. See here on this version of the arm, it's not there. Okay, you see how clean that is? Yeah, on the inside of the elbow there, in that armor bit, it's not there. Luckily, it seems as if it's very, very simple to carve that away. So a simple fix, as if you like carving and stuff, which I don't mind. I worked with so much resin, it seems okay. And I just want to check this other bag just to, yeah, and that other elbow looks perfectly fine too. Very interesting. So I got one that was jacked and two that were straight. And what's interesting is usually when you get pieces of mold like that, that have ripped off, it's in a very crisp cut detail. Like say if someone's hand is like this, not that they would actually do it, they would just cut that thumb and have that as a separate piece. But any kind of, cut like this, where there's a little V in it, in the armor, or if there's like a bunch of spikes where there's a bunch of little V's, in there is where that mold will stick. Maybe they didn't spray the mold good enough. It didn't get on all the little pieces, the spiky pieces and whatnot. So when they try to take that mold out, it'll get stuck and it'll rip, and then it will form that void. And any further castings, you'll have just solid resin in that void where it should be detail. So let's check these guys. I'm really checking for quantity, but now I'm looking at those elbows, and that one's pretty fine too. So one homeboy, two homeboy, and this guy, his resin's a bit darker. You see the shade difference, and it seems like this is a bit crispier detail. So very, very nice. Oh, and we have a casualty. The shaft of the halberd is snapped off. Maybe that's what made the guy quit. He saw that the halberd was broken. He's like, man, screw this, I'm going home. Okay, here we go. So it's the short halberd end, okay, and it just snapped off. Now again, I have a good crisp inner elbow, but that's just an easy fix, no problem. I could even not use it because I have all these other weapon arms. So yeah, easy fix. Stuff like this will throw you off. Any of these chippy pieces, just keep them in your bag, because you don't know if it could be the corner of a cloak or the tip of a weapon. You just don't know. So they do kind of leave the foundry, wherever they're being poured or whatnot, they do kind of leave that area a bit dirty. I didn't dump out many bags, And you guys can see my little pile of schmutz here. So, okay, yes. And once again, I got my 3 bases, so fantastic. I'm happy with that. I have dudes to build for days now. I'm happy about that too. Actually, I think I like the building more than painting or anything else. I like putting them together, organizing them. I must be a little obsessive compulsive, whatnot. But I think next we're going to check that Phoenix out because I'm really curious about the material it is made of. All right, carry your laser on.